What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment back again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Now, the Boston Celtics, who I have been talking about, I would say since the midpoint of the year, of the season, okay? Because people got to understand that I did talk about Boston in terms of criticizing them. All right. Now, I earlier in the year, Jason Tatum, he was playing awful in terms of him shot jacking and being very inefficient. And of course they were going through some struggles during the beginning period of the season and trying to adapt to Ima Udoka's system and everything. But you got to give credit to pretty much all the players that are on the team for being able to adapt to Ima Udoka's system and them being able to buy in, and then also them being cohesive and having chemistry and being able to go through the struggles together was very important too as well. Okay, because Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown, and even Robert Williams, and Peyton Pritchard, who I'm gonna talk about in just a second. They've all been through the struggle together. Okay, they've been through the struggle together, and although they haven't been playing with each other 10 years, but you got to think Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown have been on that squad together, and they've had success together. Okay, they've made it to the Eastern Conference Finals before, 2 times. So it's like you could see the potential in them. But as I've said before, and as I've said again, and like the brother Ticket TV had came on here and talked about and spoke about, Ima Udoka is bringing something out of them that Brad Stevens wasn't able to. Okay, let's get to the game. Having said all of that, okay, listen, they came in there and pretty much dominated the uh, Brooklyn Nets on their home floor. The Celtics ended up beating them 109 to 103. And when I was looking at the game, in the beginning, Brooklyn actually was giving everything that they could in the beginning. In the beginning. But the thing that was very good about Boston is that they stuck with it. Okay, they stuck with it every time there was a mishap on the Brooklyn Nets. They took advantage of it. Okay, and actually, if you really want to be honest with you, Brooklyn had outshot uh, the Boston Celtics, at least from three pointer and field goal. Now, in terms of the charity stripe, that's where Boston had the edge. And again, they dominated them in terms of points in the paint. Now, the rebounding edge, they were both fighting, both going at each other. But on 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 the Brooklyn side, you got to give credit to a guy that nobody has been given credit to, and that was Blake Griffin in the little minutes that he played. All right, I know that sounds crazy. They're gonna say, "But what about Bruce Brown?" Yeah, I know Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown did a great. He did a tremendous job. He had 26 points. But what about Patty Mills and Seth Curry and Claxton? Yeah, but we know the Achilles heel. Okay, it was Andre Drummond. I know everybody gonna be like, "Well, what man? You got to cook KD and all this other stuff." Yes, KD. He did not show up. Okay, he didn't show up. He didn't show up. Yeah, he had 16 points and was efficient, but he did not show up. They took his heart. And Kyrie Irving. they pretty much have neutralized them. Like I said, Udoka had neutralized both the both of them. Jason Tatum has put people on notice, and so had Jaylen Brown too. Okay, you can't have one without the other. Okay, that's real talk. All right, and then on top of that, Robert Williams III coming in there being an inspiration, even fresh off of surgery, man, fresh off of surgery. Marcus Smart, of course, he's gonna do what he do. He's gonna keep the pressure on. He's gonna keep the physicality on in terms of the perimeter. Peyton Pritchard. I mean, this game was more so about inspiration, about seeing guys that you wouldn't even expect to come up. Peyton Pritchard coming out of nowhere, stepping up, stepping up, coming out of nowhere, coming out of nowhere. I'm trying to tell you, man. Hey, what's up with it, Be More Legends? I see you in the building. You said Kyrie ain't sniffed a chip run since LeBron. KD ain't sniffed a chip since the Warriors. LeBron won a ring after Kawhi. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a damn good point. What's up with it, Cap Cook? I see you in the building. What's up with it, Stephen Green? I see you in the building. I've been catching up on player working too much, but Boston is a real deal. Okay, I told people that though. I told people that. I've been telling people that. I don't know why. I don't know why everybody wants to sit up here and act like I haven't been telling people that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with it, True the King? I see you in the building. I've been telling people, True the King is my witness, man. Okay? True the King is my witness. And this is his squad. So if y'all think that I'm lying, if you think that I'm capping, if you think that I'm saying some stuff that's absurd, True the King is my witness. All right? And he's been trying to tell people, True the King might actually be right because he said something about sweep. They might end up getting a sweep. And if they end up getting a sweep, you got to give him his credit. You got to give him his just due. You got to give him his just due. Okay? That's what. Hey, what's up with it, Greenleaf? I gave you your wrench, man. But what's up with it, man? Make sure y'all go sub to both True to King TV and Greenleaf, man. H Town in the building. But like I told people though, okay, this team right here is for real. They're here to stay. Nah, well, yeah, he still got to get his groove back, man. We're talking about a guy fresh off of surgery, okay. And I've been talking about Robert Williams since last year, since last season. I've been talking about him, okay. Last season, I've been talking about Robert Williams for a long time. I've been talking about Peyton Pritchard for a long time. I said if you ask True the King what I talked about, we were disagreeing. This is what we were disagreeing on. We disagreed about uh Taco Fall, okay? We disagreed about Robert Williams to a degree because I said once Robert Williams, if he stays healthy, that guy is going to be all over the floor. I was telling people that. Then I also said about Peyton Pritchard. I said Peyton Pritchard needs to be inserted more and needs to have more more use in terms of the offense. But I'm gonna let everybody in. I've been rambling just a little bit too much, but there's nothing else to be said. Okay, Everybody was sitting here. They were like, "Oh man, Boston gonna do the same thing. Boston gonna come in there and choke. Boston gonna do this." I said, "No, they're not." I said, "No, they're not." And Boston's not even my team. I told people that this. I told people like this. I said, the reason why we won't have a chance against Boston is for one, their defense, two, their coaching, and they're deep too, and they're physical and they're rugged, and they make the game ugly. I've told people that. I've told people that, but people don't want to listen. People want to sit here. They want to be like, "Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about, man." The Boston Celtics, they just gonna come up year after year. Lou the Ryder, man, you my guy. But this game is not. This series is not going seven. This series is not going seven. Ime Udoka needs credit too, and just to put the icing on the cake, it's like they just swept everything under the carpet. What I had to say, and that's cool. I'm not tripping about that because we all know what it is. We all see everything. Now, let me go ahead and get on KD for a minute, right? Listen, KD had his opportunity to show up. KD had his opportunity to tell people, okay, hey, look, I'm not gonna let this series get away from us. They're looking. Listen, I know people are gonna be like, well, it's more than just KD. Yeah, it is more than just KD. It is more than just KD. But he is considered the leader on the team. And this is another thing I don't understand either. You said Kev Cook. You said the Boston coaching staff had a game plan, making sure ISO won't be the answer. They lose. Yeah, the series is a wrap. Kevin Cook. I've been listen. If you take it, look. If you take away their number one scoring option, which is KD, their number one and number two scoring option. What do you have? You have Bruce Brown doing everything. And while Bruce Brown is he's an energy guy, he's a hustle guy, things of that nature. Bruce Brown is not he's not the guy that's going to be he's not the clutch factor in the scenario. And I've always liked Tatum, but just as much as y'all talk about Kyrie Irving being a student of Kobe Bryant, just as much as y'all talk about all these other guys being a student of Kobe Bryant and the Mamba mentality, the one thing that y'all don't know is that Jason Tatum worked out with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant initially wanted Jason Tatum as a Laker. What's up with it, Worm? I see you in the building. Okay, and Worm, what have I been saying? I've been saying that for the longest. I've been saying that for the longest, man. And I've been saying that for the longest. See, y'all want to sit. Listen, eh, you said Tatum has definitely showed some Kobe last night. I agree. Yeah, look, will there ever be another Kobe Bryant? No, there won't. But I like the guys that have had conversations with Kobe because you could definitely tell that they have. You could definitely tell that these guys have talked to Kobe or they before he had passed away. You could tell that they had conversations with him. You could tell that they've taken bits and pieces from Kobe's arsenal and put it to their game, which is nothing wrong with that. But the biggest thing that you have to do is you have to put the mentality into your arsenal. And that's what separated it. They just think that it was all about skill. It was all about it was all about, you know, the talent and stuff like that. No. It was more than that. It was more than that. Kobe was a workhorse. his body failed him in the end, but he was a workhorse and he wanted to prove that they were better. He wanted to get he wanted what's up with it, True Viking Queen? I see you in the building. He wanted to show people that he could do it without Shaq. He wanted to turn the Lakers organization around, and that's what Jason, a guy like Jason Tatum, was able to do. That's what in Jalen Brown and all these other guys. What's up with it, True the King? I see you in the building,
Hey, yo, 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 what up, Polo, man?
man. What's up, man? I'm gonna need you to put that military energy in your voice. You know, you
Hey,
damn well
man.
your ass is happy.
Hey, man, listen, it's not even, listen, this is a cake. That was a cakewalk, bro.
Nah, look at him.
Hey,
Nah, don't
hey,
try that
listen,
shit. Nah, nigga, look
hey,
at.
listen,
Yeah,
that
now
shit
it's
was
a
a cake.
cakewalk.
Listen, I told, but listen, but everybody knows me, and you've been listening to me for a while. I told you all about Steve Nash being the first coach in the league.
Go ahead, bro.
I told you all about Steve
I think
Nash
True the
being the
King
first
fell out.
coach in the league.
You still there, True? What's up with it, T Price? I see you in the building. You said, okay, Tatum and Brown are like Batman and Robin. I mean, yeah. I mean, these guys have been playing with each other long enough to where they've been through the trenches with one another. You know, they've had success, and they haven't been able to quite get over that hump. But now you throw in a guy like Ima Udoka, he's able to get things done. Hopefully, True the King come back.
My fault.
All right, True the King, you got it right.
Yeah, I got it right. It's just crazy to me, man. It's just crazy to me, man. It's like I've been trying to tell people, man. I've been trying to tell people this is not the same Boston team in the past. This is not the same Boston team. I try to tell people. I try to tell people. And they people didn't want to listen. People did not want to listen, but hey, they think they listening now. I think they listening now. Listen, Jason Tatum. I told people they said maybe better than KD. Said that before the series. And we may have to look at that you may have to look at that little, you know what I mean? You ain't got to look at that now. Just saying.
Right.
I be Jalen Brown. They talk about Kyrie, KD. They the best duo in the league. Well, Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum has outplayed these guys by
Well, I
far.
mean, T Mac went on record to say that they were the most skilled duo. Man, listen, that
Hey,
don't have nothing to do with getting it done.
all yeah, exactly. Because that's all that can be true. But we all know who the best duo. We all know who the better duo is right now. Is Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum, or may be the best duo in the NBA right now. That's a whole nother comp. Listen, man. I told y'all about Steve Nash being the first coach in the league. I told y'all KD is not. He ain't where you people trying to post him to be. Or he may be top 10 all time, and people trying to put him that echelon. I'm like, nah, he ain't that. He's all time great. All that. Y'all were trying to say Kyrie supposed to be top 75 all time. I can't tell. He getting outplayed by Marcus Smart, Texas own. Polo, you know Marcus Smart. He getting out Marcus Smart outplaying Kyrie these series. Besides that one game per se, but still he matched even Kyrie went off that first game. Marcus Smart had a great game too. So he kind of cancels each other out on production wise.
Yeah,
So
nah, you bring up a good point, a solid point too. A lot of people got to understand this, man. Marcus Smart, when you because I had an opportunity to be with him in the gym. Now, I wasn't on I saw him play, but I didn't, of course, I didn't play pickup with him or anything. But Marcus Smart, he just out there just to play his role. But don't get it twisted. If you've seen him like play pickup and stuff too, Man, he'll first step your ass and just go right to the rack and
Right,
finish real clean. And and he'll just do that time and time again. They didn't lose a game. It was him and Emmanuel Moutier
right, okay.
at the gym, just running motherfuckers out of the gym. But go ahead, True.
Like Marcus Smart, he been busting Kyrie and shoot. I could and them same shit he was doing there, he doing the shit to Kyrie, busting Kyrie's ass. Kyrie supposed to be defending Marcus Smart. He busting his ass.
Right.
Busting his ass. All they were saying Marcus Smart can't be a point guard and this and that K may be. Well, he outplaying one of the best point guards in the league right now.
Okay, wait, Stephen Green. I've been telling you about these. Listen, man, dog, why you think they were able to uphold everything even when Robert Williams was gone? It was him and Al Horford.
Right.
Everybody like, oh,
Yeah.
Al Horford old.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't tell. He catching ollies. He's sitting there running the floor. He's sitting there hitting shots and he's shooting efficient.
Right. He's not better than Rob Williams, but like I said, he's a good center, a good center produce that can play defense. They may not be the same level defense as Rob Williams, but he can play defense, can rebound, and can shoot the ball. You know what I mean? Switch in certain situations. I mean, Daniel Tice is a good player. People forget. I don't know why people trying to act like who Daniel Tice is. Like he wasn't our center for the Eastern Conference Finals. So this is what I love about this team. The team represents the past, the present, and the future. If you look about the Boston Celtics, you had Al Horford, OG Al Horford. The guy they said they was watched him old. They were saying Al Horford watched him old.
Right.
And now look, he playing the best ball in his career right now. He playing one of the best ball in his career right now. And they saying he's old. And Robert Williams they talking about Rob Williams. Or I told they gonna rush him. I can't shit. I saw what I saw last night. He looked good to go. He looked rusty. He was rusty, of course. He didn't play ball in a month. In a month, he didn't play ball
But
almost a month.
but you know what though? He wasn't. See, people got to understand. It's kind of like the Willis Reed factor. You feel me? He was there just to inspire. They're like, you don't know the emotional. I'm not talking about you, True, or you, Grinder. I'm gonna let you go in a second, Grinder. A lot of people don't understand the emotional components of a game, and they play a really big factor. Prime example is with Robert Williams coming back. Hey, that's an inspiration, like a Willis Reed factor. Oh shit, he coming back off of surgery, off of his knee. Oh damn! Then we got to step our game up. He coming back and he's inspiring us. Even the same
Right.
thing, with certain players coming back, and then also on the other end, hey, what did they do to KD psychologically? All of them guys got in there. Oh man, they not giving KD what they want, and on top of that, they was able to use that
Especially
against
he
them. They
got a
stole one of my
block. He got a
brother's
yeah.
talking points, Shannon Sharp, and Skip Bayless, talking about the fact that I'm a Udoka knew about KD even before all of this. So he used that
I've
against him.
been I've been saying that for like months now before we even knew we was gonna play them guys, man. Like I said, like the possibility of playing the Nets, like even Doka knows those guys. So like this is no should be a
Man, look
surprise.
at this, True. Look at it. You see, this is a prime example, True and Grinder. Stephen Green, I told you, True the King has came on my channel multiple times. We done got into disagreements about stuff, and you trying to tell me that you haven't paid attention to them?
I
Come
mean,
on,
listen,
man.
hey, and I think that's one of the reasons why the Boston Celtics or in they could win a championship year because listen, you can keep being surprised if you want to, man. I mean, listen, I've been trying to tell you about the dog in January. Listen, we understand that we understand that the Celtics they wasn't playing that good. I understand that, you know what I mean, but at the same time though, they turned it around and look what it was doing.
All
I
right,
mean,
hey, True, we got Grinder in here, man. Okay, Grinder, man, what you got on? Did you watch the games yesterday?
Yeah, I watch it. It's over with the Nets. Done. Cooked. All right. Let's come on. It's done. They not getting it done on defense. They not. You can say you want Steve Nash. and all that. And I'm saying when you have plays like that, you need a experienced coach know for the X and O's, especially in the playoffs. Let's talk about that. Didn't people want to blame Classic? He's doing the best he can. He's young. What happened to Drummond?
Rebound.
What happened to Durant? What happened to Kirk? What happened? Kyrie, you gotta play defense in the playoffs.
I'll tell you what happened to Drummond. Only 15 minutes with 3 rebounds and 2 points. It
Right,
They
was
but
a
I'm
saying
negative something. You know what
right,
I'm
but
saying,
I'm
True
saying you
Grinding?
gotta play them. This is what I'm saying. Like, I mean, really, like, come on.
And they calling this dude Kareem. Man, you better get out of here.
like Andre. Listen, man. I told people
And you
Polo
called
gets
him the
tested.
best rebounder at one point.
Listen.
True.
Hold on. That being hold on. Let's make it.
By the numbers,
Listen.
yeah, but you
Hold
still
on.
gotta have the mentality. True.
I'm not saying. Listen.
Motherfucker ain't never
Um.
been on no stage like this before, and he freeze up,
Hey,
man.
listen. Hey, you. And all that being you saying is right, but he is one of the best
Yeah, I remember
rebounders.
you telling that. Yeah, he
He no, but the
was.
best.
He ain't no longer.
I mean,
Clint
he could.
Capella
He
at one point eclipsed him.
Now, if you looking by the numbers by his career, Andre Drummond. But that being said, though, he wasn't doing his job. But here's the thing, though, the Celtics not gonna allow you to do your job, and that's why I was trying to tell people: listen, Andre Drummond,
I,
yeah, he can rebound, but he's a liability defensively. You going to
I,
stretch,
Exactly. He
especially you
can't
can
I,
stretch the
rim
floor.
whoa, let me say something. Whoa. I hear what you're saying. Let's be very careful. I understand you talking about the Celtics. Let's be very careful. Drummond is a prolific rebounder. My. This is my problem with the Nets. They didn't prepare him. They don't give him enough minutes so he can flourish. And then at the same time, they not a good rebounding team anyway. Durant, and I had to say this. Durant did not exert up, and this is what I would say. I remember when he played in Texas a long time ago. He was a double double. Understand that's college, but he was a double double. Then it was some years in the NBA. He's the average double doubles. But all of a sudden he just want to come just scoring and stuff like that. I'm just saying that the Nets have to. This is what I'm saying, that Celtics, great win for the Celtics, no doubt about it. They going to sweep most. Well, look at they going to sweep them well and good. But you have a person like Drummond. You gotta let him stay. You gotta let him be
But
in the
yeah,
game. You cannot give the
right. But
second
here's the
minute.
thing. But here's the thing too, though. When Celtics put him in foul trouble, and like I said, he's a liability defensively on the perimeter. This is what they do. If you notice, when Andrew Drummond's in the game, they force him into the perimeter, or like I said, he don't got fast feet. So it's like, I mean, he can't play in no type of situations. And then I heard see that comment, Robert, talking about Blake Griffin and Marcus Aldridge. Yeah, Blake Griffin gave him a little spark, but he was getting cooked defensively. Soon he got in the game, the Celtics started getting momentum on offense.
See,
So it's like, I
I
mean,
got
it's
see.
easy to say to put Marcus Aldridge or Blake Griffin out there, but they was gonna get cooked too. Like they don't play no defense. Who's the thing? If Bruce Brown's your best defender, then you would and no and shout out to Bruce Brown because Bruce Brown been their best player this series on the Nets. Low key, he's been their best player. He been balling. He been playing hard. Respect to Bruce Brown. I tip my hat off because he's showing up, and the star players like Kyrie, KD not helping him. Give Bruce Brown some help.
Hey,
I'm
check this
saying,
out. Check this out, though. I wanted to point this out too. And okay, yeah, Blake Griffin, there was because he only played 8 minutes, but there was a few times when he got uh they neutralized him on the offensive. They went at him and stuff, but he gave more of a spark energy wise in the 8 minutes that he played than the majority of them guys, with the exception of,
He
like you
did.
said, of Bruce Brown.
He
He
did.
came in and
That
gave
that's
them a
true.
spark, man.
That's
He
true.
did.
That definitely is true. But here's the thing: the culture in the game, going back to the coaching game plan, was horrible. When you got him in the game, you got this man switched on to Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown.
Yeah,
Like
you would have
what are
been
you
able.
do?
You
What are
probably
you
would have.
doing?
You probably would have been able to do that to like a old, because they were talking about how his athleticism was back in the days. True, but not now.
But I mean, even in his prime, that's you. Come on, you asking Blake Griffin to switch on to J. You allowing that to happen? Why are you allowing Blake Griffin on the island on top of the key with Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum? That's horrible coaching. Horrible coaching. But hey, but going back to that horrible coaching, KD signed off on that. So that's K. Listen, all this shit is listen. It's all KD. Kyrie talking about they don't need a coach and all that, man.
I'm just saying this that um the Nets is going to get sweep, and they need to take a good look in the mirror and say, and I'm saying the coaching staff. I think the front office they did a lousy job. Y'all could have had Sam Cassell in there, and y'all could have had a chance. Y'all want to do the easy way. I'm not ain't gonna talk about. I ain't gonna talk about racial because I can go all day on now the coaching. But I'm just saying you had quality coaches out there. That coaches that you could have been. You could have had Mark Johnson. You could have had Sam Cassell. There is others out there, and then you pick a person that never had coaching experience.
Right. But and you know what's crazy, Grinder? You know what's crazy? Ema Doka was on that staff last year, and he's coaching circles around Steve Nash. That's bad. Like you have a guy that was assistant last year, and he got his team that he's head coach in his first year, and he's like that's crazy. That's crazy. I've never even seen nothing like. Have we seen something like that where a assistant coached his former team like that the next year? And like that's that's telling. That's telling how that organization needs that front office, the coaching, the leadership. Because they don't have no leadership. That's why that's the reason why they wasn't going to win either, because you're not going to beat a team like this with no leadership. They don't take no accountability. I mean,
Yeah,
it
and
is what it is. And
I
this is
said,
my question too. This is my question too. So since the series is basically over with, no,
It's
they
over. You
not.
know, basically, it's over.
I mean, yeah, it's over with, right? Because they're not beating Celtics 4 straight times. That's just not happening. You could tell you the press conference, right? That they already are they still going to play? Would you still play Kyrie and KD 40 some minutes?
No,
That's what I'm saying. Like, because that's a lot of wear and tear on your body. That's gonna. And I'm gonna be real with you, KD. Listen, KD been playing 40 something plus minutes over a month now, even during the regular season. There's just the win games and him and Kyrie. So that's one of the reasons why they lost the series too, because it took you a lot to even get into the playoffs. You had to play. You that's a lot of wear and tear. And KD's
yeah, they had
he's
to play in the play-in. They were fighting for their playoff life.
like even
yeah.
in the play, even within the regular season, they had to go all out. And like if you
Yeah, to
playing them
catch
many
back
minutes,
up.
I mean it's just crazy. It's like you look at Jalen, like you playing 40 something, and you playing bad. You playing bad. You playing 40. It's like what's the? I mean, I'm not saying give it up with everything, still compete, but like if you haven't still having the rotations where Katie and Kyrie playing basically almost the whole game, that's bad coaching. I mean, because you had to they is your future of this team, and I mean,
I don't understand why y'all didn't play Curry when y'all was making your player push. Curry was playing well. What happened? Y'all don't how you don't want to play him. and I don't find it.
Well, let
his
me.
ankle messed up. His ankle messed up. His ankle was
Hey,
messed
hold on
up.
1 second. Kev Cook, the reason why, listen, it's just what True had pointed out and what Grinder was talking about too. They're, they're not, listen, today's bigs, yeah, you could be superb on offense. You could stretch the floor. An example of this is Jokic and what they're doing to Jokic, all right? You got to be mobile on defense too.
But
That's
even with the
why I've
Jokic
been
thing, yeah,
talking
Mhm.
about Robert Williams. That's why I've been
yeah,
talking about DeAndre Ayton. That's why I've been talking about some of these guys that
Mhm.
can get out on the perimeter and mix it up. Even
right.
Joel Embiid, who's been doing a little bit better at getting out on the perimeter.
But
If you
even
don't, look at what Golden State is
right,
doing to a guy like Jokic. They're
I
pulling him
mean,
out because they
yeah,
know this guy, he can't recover. When you got to face a Poole, when you got to face a Curry, when you got to face some guys that are just going to come in and attack
yeah.
you from the
But the
mid
thing,
range and
but here's the thing
free
about the
throw
Jokic. But
extended.
here, right. But here's the thing about the Jokic thing is, I mean, yeah, I mean, you got. I mean, of course, you if you're you gonna take that matchup with Jokic. I mean, Jokic is one of the best players in the league, but still, you going that's his weakness in the
Not
game.
defensively.
But that being said, though, but the thing about Jokic is the reason why he can still be on the court because he could give you like if you get what he's doing, rebounding balls and stuff like that, he give you that production on the other side of the floor. You know what I mean? Even if he is
Yeah,
getting
but
switched out like that. But the thing is that's why LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin, they're not going to give you that. They're not going to sit there and kill you. They're not going to win you a game. This is not prime. See, y'all listen. The old days, LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin is past us. They're not the same no more at all. So it's like, I mean, you if you and then you ask them to play defense because they will target them.
But
So
yeah,
I would
that's
say, I would
but that,
say this.
but
No,
that,
God, God, I wait.
no, no, but no, I was gonna say this real quick, True and Grinder. No, but see that's my point. Like, see, I I don't care. Like, okay, like when JaVale McGee comes in, True. You know what I'm saying? You see how he comes in and oh well, JaVale McGee, Shaq in the pool. Hey, you can sit around and play with that motherfucker if you want to. JaVale McGee is gonna get out on the perimeter if he needs to.
right.
What's it called? DeAndre Ayton. He's gonna get out there on the perimeter if he needs to. Going back to Robert Williams. Hey, you can sit up there and, oh, well, no, all he does is just block shots and all this other stuff. Let a guard come out there. He's out there.
Yeah, he blocks
Jokic
shots
ain't
on the
gonna do
perimeter
that.
too. He although
Them
blocks
other
shots on the perimeter too.
Lamarcus Aldridge ain't gonna do that. Blake Griffin, he'll try, but what he gonna say? What True
And,
say? He gonna get cooked. Go ahead,
and,
Grind.
and one thing that people have to understand this.
What's up, JMJ? I see you in the building, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jay, what up?
yeah. Shout out to JMJ. And the one thing that we gotta talk about too, and then we did talk about Brother Polo, is this: when you have a big man have a high IQ of defense, you know what that means when they go when they jump out top. That means they blow up picks. They can call out picks. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you got eight and these brothers on the thing and has talk about they blow up picks. You know what that means? That means they start on deep. They get on defense. That means they create offense. That's why it's so important these days. Right now, you gotta have a mobile big man that can come out.
Or
That's
there's
why
a
when people
scheme
could
or
talk about
defender or
jokers,
yeah.
let me get this out. That's what when people talk about jokers, come on, Scott. Yeah, he's a good player, but this is the thing about it. Could you get it done at both ends of the court? And the sad thing about it is no. It's no. You gotta have a big man that can come out there, blocks up, like you said, blocks up, but also blow up picks on top picks, low picks, screen picks, how they set. You gotta have a big man that is mobile like that. And that's why if you see Phoenix and other teams like Boston, that's why they create that's how they create manufacturers points.
Yeah, though, like, and speaking, I mean, the thing is too, though, if you don't have a big like that can do that, you need a defensive scheme and drop cover schemes where it's like you don't they don't be in that situation. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, yeah, because at the end of the day, let's be a big, not listen. You not. I mean, it's hard to ask for a big. I don't care if what type of big you is. You a big. You going against a guy like Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum gonna take that matchup every time, every single time. I don't care who how great defensively you is. So it's like you need scheme coverages because everybody don't have you can't everybody can't switch. Like even the Suns, like the DeAndre Ayton, they don't like he they do drop coverage where it's like okay they're not gonna put him on an island if they don't have to. You know what I mean? They're not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like look at like the Utah Jazz. Like they like Rudy Go like somebody like Rudy Gobert, he don't really go on the perimeter like that because they do drop coverage, but Utah perimeter defense is so bad, you
I,
know what I mean? Is
I felt like this. Yeah, Rudy Gobert. That's a good point. True. Rudy Gobert. Yes,
you need a
you know,
scheme.
some people might have said he saved the game. Hold on one second. They some people saying that him and Donovan Mitchell might have saved the game, but a guy that they weren't looking at that really stepped in was Hassan Whiteside. And I'm not talking about perimeter. I'm just talking about just defense. And I don't think
Defense,
they give
yes.
them the full credit. But Hassan Whiteside did a tremendous job.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. In the playoff, you got unsung heroes and stuff like that. And even like if you got a big man come out there, you gotta have it. You gotta have players, that personnel that understands that to cover up too. And that is the point. That's what's like with people like you talking about Phoenix. You know, people could talk about, oh, Phoenix don't have that. If you notice about when Aiden drop at, they do have players, that personnel that as well. And don't worry about it. We got you. If they get past, we got you. And that's what you got to. That's what I'm saying. Like, get back to Boston. You know, you team. You know, Boston now to manufacture points. You got to learn how to manufacture points in the playoff. And I wish people could talk more about that. Sometimes you're not going to run. You're not going to be a fast break team. You're not. You have course sometimes it could be stagnant, but you can create turnovers off picks and traps and all that manufactured points, and little by little you get back into the game. And
Fact.
Boston is doing an excellent job of it. And that's how you win games too. It's not just running and this that you gotta learn how to manufacture the game to your personnel and get the points that you be surprised that then you catch a day when you catch a win, then you make your push. So Boston doing a great job. Salute to the Celtics.
Yeah, it's like
And
it's
then I was talking about it,
True.
but
Hey, look, you see this comment right here?
power of double
Look,
machine
me and
and
True been
affections.
going at this since last year. And True, I swear, we was on. I think it was on Lou, one of them channels. But I was like, hey, Robert Williams, once he stopped the injuries, they
Nah, so
not
I
gonna be
agree.
able to fuck with Texas
I agree.
A&M.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I was say
Now you was right about Taco
only thing
Fall. Okay, I
I
hate to
agree
admit
with
that
you.
he was
Only
right
thing
about Taco
I
Fall, but
yeah, I agree with the Robert Win. I agree with it. All I said was, listen, he got if he can stay healthy and do what he do, the
and
sky's
Peyton
limit. The
Pritchard,
sky.
and Peyton Pritchard, True.
Listen, I was the
oh
first
yeah,
one.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
hold on,
You saw
hold
what
on.
he did
I was the
yesterday.
first one. Hold on, I was the first one. What I said, Payne Pritchard. Listen, he got hit his shots. I mean, at the end of the day, he did struggle. He did struggle, but guess what? When he got his opportunity, more minutes, when Dan Shore got traded, he did his thing ever since. And look what he's been doing. Out playing Kyrie in limited minutes. Just saying, y'all play Kyrie. I'm just listen, man. Listen, man. Listen. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. The Celtics is not a team to play with, man. I've been trying to tell people that, and they gonna listen. That's cool. People gonna see, and Milwaukee Bucks they handle their business against the Bulls. They gonna see too.
Yeah, Bulls finished. Bulls finished.
They gonna see. People gonna see. Let me go.
But see, the Bulls, they like and some big beating playoff teams. Let's catch up coming.
They were 0-22 at one point.
Yeah. So going to the playoffs, that's not a good record to have. So so a lot of those games they was close. They wasn't getting blown out. They was close. They just the fourth quarter they collapsed and stuff. What's up, True
Hey,
Viking?
True the King and True Viking get to talk their shit, man. True Viking been riding
True
with you,
Viking.
True the King.
Hey, listen, True felt shout
Y'all
out to
been the
True
only.
Viking.
Everybody was. Hey, I sat up there just like they was telling Hitman X that he was capping Grinder about the Phoenix Suns. They've been telling True the King he was capping about the Celtics. But hey, True the
Man,
King, when you came on my platform, did I ever say that you was capping about the Celtics?
you
I
never said he
said
was
hell
capping.
nah. I've
He
been riding
was,
for the Celtics, man.
and hey,
No, I'm
listen,
saying like this though. I always say that. I told people, then people say, "What you think about Celtics?" I said, "I really don't care about the Celtics, but I can tell you what, they gonna be a scary team." I said, when they get their players back, they gonna make a push other, the top spots in the players. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, Grind. I said, all right, watch and see.
right? We,
Resting up their players, and I'm just saying, I said the defense is gonna get there, but they're gonna score more points and they're gonna move the upper line of the playoffs. I said, watch out for them.
and
They're one
I'll
of the
tell you
best
this,
teams.
and I tell you this. Listen, man. I tell people, and now people try to always use how you make excuses, saying that the Boston Celtics team was young. I'm making excuses. No, I'm not making excuses. That's just a reality. And I said the reason why they was young. Okay, they're young and they're getting better. End of the day, when you young, you got to listen, man. I mean, you don't see a lot of players win championships. You're very young. You don't see star young players winning this league young. That's a rare thing to do. Everybody's not Magic Johnson and Larry Bird or Tim Duncan. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
and also,
in situations like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, right, and that's a good point because see, this go back to Knicks and get my team. And also what help what will help the Celtics, your young players, so they got better and they got experience. And what happened to the Knicks? They did, and that's why the Knicks is home. Now all of a sudden, I didn't mean to get off the subject. I just want to make a point here that now the coach, you want to play the young players. It's too damn late.
Yeah, too late.
But the
Yeah.
Celtics did, and they gained experience, and it's going to help them in the long run.
You got to trust your players, man. If they on the roster and they got talent, I mean, you got to trust them. Give them opportunity. Look, the same thing with Peyton Pritchard. When Dennis Schroeder was on the team, he didn't really play like that, and then in that kind he struggled or whatever. But when Dennis Schroeder got traded and he got more time, guess look what Peyton Pritchard's doing, having having a good, you know what I mean, playing good. So I mean, shooting his ass off. Like you gotta give these players time. Grant Williams and shoot, Paulo could probably tell you this. I'm like, man, Grant gotta get better, man. But guess what he did? He got better. Grant a shooter, Grant a sniper, man.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
see,
the,
Grant Williams misses first. Funny thing about Grant Williams, he misses like his first 30 or 20 something 3 pointers in his career, and now look at him now, guys that knocked down.
yeah. Do you hear that Sacramento is interviewing Mark Jackson for a head coaching job?
Y'all seen that? I see. I seen that. Definitely seen that. That's interesting.
That I think the Knicks should go after him, but that's what I'm saying. I ain't want to think about the thing. Every time I think about it, I get mad. But he should have been the NBA coach, man.
Robert Williams. A lot of people forget he was back-to-back defensive player of the year at SEC. He was just the first two. He was injured his first 2 years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the reason why he dropped in the draft like that because of his injury history. He was a flirt. He was a late first round, but he probably was really a lottery. He really was a lottery pick. Tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, though. He was then. Yeah, like people get like there's a lot of people. It was like he was raw talent in college. In his first 2 years in the NBA, he got hurt. You know what I mean? He got hurt. They didn't put mind you got hurt, but you also playing behind at the time Al Horford, Aaron Baines. You know what I mean? So it's like now he got his opportunity. He gotten better. Look what him doing. What he's doing now. Finishing top 10 defensive player of the year. You do a good coach under Greg Popovich, great teacher. Yep, that's the thing too. Like Imodoka has way more coaching. Even though this is Imodoka's first year as a head coach, he has way more coaching experience than Steve Nash. Way more. It's not even close. This is really exciting playoff. It definitely is a good playoff. It came alive. Definitely is a good playoff. I can't not lie. Why did they use Blake? Oh, that's old comment. Yeah, that's. I'll be there, man. The Brooklyn Nets, man. They talk about the Nets is that's doing this and that. They were supposed to be. They were favored to win the championship. Shoot, I don't see that no more. Oh man, I'm trying to figure where my. Grant Williams giving some productive minutes. Definitely is hoping on a defensive rebound. Yeah, Grant Williams is balling. Yeah, Grant Williams definitely been balling.